Hello guys, and welcome back to a new video of my channel, the Italian/English channel, dedicated to show the rules and the kind of games of airsoft. Today we're gonna go to Skirmish. You're gonna see the name and the address of this game site. This game site when I've already been to play. It's kind of different of the first one. Is more high hill zone, so is more up and down with some pendants, and it's more under the bushes, so it's trees and something else. And in this game the yellow smoke is just smoke, it's not used as gas. So between the first and this site we already find some difference. For discover what else is different or some new kind of game, just follow the video and we'll see what happens. Okay, see you soon guys.
So only a couple of you. Right, just going to go over your safety pass, reiterate the rules of the site and roughly how your day is going to go. So where you are standing now is the safe zone, same goes for the car park. So no magazines are to be in any of your weapons at any point while you are within this area. So when you come off of the field, as you know, it's a one-way system, that way onto the field and that way back through. Before you come through, you take the magazines out of all of your weapons and you clear the breach by shooting the ground a couple of times to make sure your gun is safe. At that point, and at that point only, are you to bring yourself back inside, okay? Now, when you go out onto the field, your eye protection, it goes on and it stays on. There is not a single excuse any of you can feed to us for you lifting it up while you're out on the field, okay? If you have any issues with the eye protection you are wearing, find a marshal and we'll safely escort you off of the field. Anybody under the age of 18, you must have a full face covering, whether that's in one complete piece or in two separate parts. If you've got any sort of eye protection that you are unsure of, come and find a marshal afterwards and we'll give it a couple of test shots to make sure it is safe enough for you to use. Same goes for anyone using gas masks. They must be tested before you go out onto the field. Okay? Now, as you can see, it is natural woodland, so there are plenty of hazards, so please be careful. If you are unfortunate enough to hurt yourself, please find one of the marshals, and at that point we can escort you off and do what needs be to make sure that your safety is kept to where it should be. If anyone has any medical issues that I need to be made aware of, once I've finished with this brief, come over and let me know, just in case if something happens and anything needs to be administered, you know exactly what we're going to be walking into at that point. Okay? Now, golden rule, but not the only rule of airsoft. What is it? Take your hits. A little bit of a delay on that, so I'm going to say it nice and slow so everybody understands. Take your hits. If you are in doubt, you call yourself out. Whether it feels like it comes from your team or not, you are to call every single shot, okay? Marshals will be out carrying test shots throughout the day. Do not take it personally if you are on the receiving end of it. One, you're either an easy target for us, or two, we are following up on a complaint, someone saying that you have not called your hit. If you do not call your test shot, we will come and speak to you. You will then be targeted randomly again throughout the day. If you do not call your test shot for the second time, you will be escorted off of the field and you will be missing out the rest of that game. As from when I started, only a few of you put your hands up. So most of you have played airsoft before, so you should all know how frustrating it is when someone is not calling their hit. So please stick to it. If you are shooting someone and you are adamant you are hitting them, you get a description of that player and you tell a marshal to carry out a test shot. There's no point in saying it is someone wearing camouflage running around with a gun. You're not going to narrow it down for me. And there is no point in telling me once the game is finished. You tell us there and then so we can address it as need be. Okay? Everyone is wearing something distinctive to them. You can see that little BB, you can see what they are wearing, get the description and we'll do what we need to at that point. It is a non-contact sport, so the only thing I want to see hitting each other is a BB. No picking up sticks and stones, throwing at your mate thinking that you're funny. Alright, simply leave it as a BB. And it is a ground level sport. So no climbing up trees or structures thinking that you're Tarzan, because trust me, you're not. The only parts you can climb onto are the outer ledges on the huts in the middle of the village. That'll be a lot more evident when you get down to it, okay? Blind firing, big no-no, mainly because I end up walking in front of them half the time, is if you're hiding behind a barricade and you're rinsing around the corner, or you are shooting above head height. You must have an eyesight of where you are shooting at all times, okay? If you are caught blind firing by a marshal, you'll be sent back to your respawn. Now when you are playing and you are hit, nice clear hit, so everyone around you knows that you are hit. You put your hand up, you take your armband off, and you get yourself out of the area that is under fire as quick as you can. If you are hit and you do not take your armband off and you do not get out of that area, do not moan, you are still getting shot. It is your own fault for not moving, okay? So you get yourself out as quick as you can. While you are going back to respawn, dead men tell no tales. So no walking past your teammates, telling them where other players are, using radios or comms or anything like that. Okay? Once you are a live player back in the game, you can then speak to your teammates, go back to where you believe the location was, and then you can play the game from there. Alright? But the marshals will be out in the field. The aim is for us to make sure your day runs smoothly. Any issues, come back, let us know, and we'll do as we can. Now all your weapons have been chronoed, yes?
Yes.
Lovely. Anyone using snipers or DMRs, this canopy is the length of your minimum engaging distance, okay? So if someone is within inside that, you swap to a different weapon. If you don't, you either wait or you get up and move, okay? So everyone please abide by that. Those that are using DMRs, you run it the same as you would a sniper. So no spamming the trigger, you only fire one at a time. You can then fire the next round once the first one has landed. If while you are playing your gun is hit, you can no longer use that gun until you have respawned back in. So you swap to a different weapon to carry on. If you don't have a secondary weapon, then you call it as a normal hit. You get yourself back as quick as you can. Now you can use airsoft knives. They must be plastic and bendy, not one straight out your kitchen drawer from your house. If you do manage to sneak up on someone, a simple tap on the shoulder will do. You go silent kill and they get themselves out. If you haven't got an airsoft knife, you still manage to sneak up on someone. Simple tap on the shoulder will do. You don't need to start touching people all over. And you at that point go silent kill and they get out as quick as they can. Pyrotechnics, love them, use them. You must be over the age of 18 in order to use them. Smokes, just strike it, throw it and hope for the best. Anything that goes bang, you must shout grenade. If you don't, one, it won't count, and two, you've wasted your own money because it don't count, okay? If you are using metal case or impacts, please make sure you throw them underarm and not lobbing them overarm. Now you're not going to see it from here, but when you go out onto the fields on the far right hand side, there are trees that have got white spray paint on. Do not cross over the other side, that links to a public private park. So if while you are playing, if you do see any members of the public, please inform a marshal so we can then cordon that part of the field off. When we go out onto the field for each game, you'll be given a 5-minute call. That gives you 5 minutes to get yourself up and out onto the field. If you are not out in 5, you will be missing the game because we will not be holding it up for everybody else. Okay? Everybody happy with the rules?
Yeah.
Magical. Last thing I will just like to add. If while you are playing out on the field and a marshal is amongst a lot of action that is going on, and a marshal sees that you have been hit and you haven't called it, or a marshal sees something that they wish to address, the marshal's call is final, okay? No point arguing back with them. They're not going to send you off to respawn for absolutely no reason. There will be a purpose and they will explain the reason to you. But you are not to start umming and ahhing back at them. The marshal's call is final, okay? Now, if you do wish to order lunch, you can order Papa John's. You must put your name on it, and you must put 12:30 lunch. If you don't put your name, I'm claiming it, okay? If you wish to know how to do it, bring yourself over. There will be instructions on the table, and we'll let you know what needs to be done in regards to it. Anyone got any questions or anything they'd like to ask before I finish speaking? I'll take your stunned silence as I've done a magnificent job. If I can just get everyone to stay at your tables where you are so we can come round and dish your armbands out and get you put onto your team. Start getting yourselves ready now.
minute, give me a minute, and I'm just going to give them the brief.
Okay, right, blue team, listen up, please. You've got 1 life and 1 life only. Once you are shot out, make your way down to the bottom. By drop-off point 18, there'll be a marshal there on the ridge line. Just wait your turn now, and obviously it's time for attack. So make sure you're inside. If you step out at any time at all before you're shot, you forfeit your life. So make sure you're inside, please. Get yourself comfy and we'll start the game.
Slippery.
I got shot. Was it a ricochet? I don't know. You sit in front of me where you were.
Yeah. And obviously you've got the bunker at the top. As you probably know, your objective is to clear the bunker. Once you shout clear, it's game over. However, there is a 30-second penalty for every live player left once you shout clear. Right. Any questions? No? Lovely.
This was the 45, yeah?
Hit.
Everyone to the safe zone! Magazine out! Breaches clear! Blue team, you will be starting at hill 60. Reds, you will be starting at drop off 7. Those are your respawns. Don't all do it now, but your armbands are to start on your left arm. Once you are shot, you take yourself at least 30 metres away from any engagement. You put it on your right arm. You then continue. Once you're shot for the second time, you take it off and go back to your start point. These reds, the only team that can cross the ditch line. Purely on the basis you're going to your respawn. Blues are the only team to cross the ridge line. Once again, for you going to your respawn. However, you can engage across them lines. You can't physically cross them, but you can shoot across them. It's going to be a field domination. The areas to dominate is village, missiles, embassies, and CQB. CQB rules, single shot only, no snipers. Okay? So no snipers or DMRs are to engage on the CQB area. You can look over the walls, you cannot shoot over the walls. Okay? Any pyrotechnics in the CQB are to be thrown underarm, down a corridor or through a doorway. They are not to be thrown over the walls or lobbed overarm. Okay? In order to dominate the areas, you need to have at least 4 live players from your team in that area. If you have 4 live players from your team and 1 live player from the other, it is a neutral zone. If you take the area and you have 4 and then 1 person walks out, you only have 3 in there, it is a neutral zone. You must have 4 live players in there by the end of the game in order to claim them. Obviously, whoever has the most areas by the end of the time will be the team that wins. Nice, simple, straightforward rules. If there is any messing around or any unsportsmanlike playing in the CQB, that area will be taken out of play. So can everyone please make sure you are abiding by the rules. Everyone happy? Yeah. Any questions? Yeah. Lovely. You've still got a little bit of time, so if you can start giving yourselves up now. If you want a map so you know where you are going, they're on the table here.
Push on the right, on the right, on the right.
Right, okay, CQB. First things first, single shot only. Your guns, your responsibility. You swap from left to right. If you fall over or anything in between, it is your job to make sure it is still on single shot, okay? Sometimes your guns will jam up. Best way to clear it is to put it onto full auto. If you need to do that, you get a marshal's attention first. If you don't, we'll deem you're playing on it, and that way you will be sitting out for the rest of that game, okay? Attack and defense style, attacking team will be starting over at the far pallet. You have unlimited life. Once you are shot, you still call your hit as normal. Out of the nearest doorway, and you go back to your start point, and then you bring yourself back in and you carry on shooting. Don't worry about taking your armband off in this game. Defending team, you will be inside, you will have one life. Once you are shot, once again at the nearest doorway, and just wait over by the white Sierra until the next round. Now if you have not been shot close range, it's going to happen in this game, okay? No moaning or swearing or getting the ump that it's happened to you. You pay for it, you get your money's worth, okay? If you go round the corners and you shoot someone simultaneously as they shoot you, I don't want none of this, my BB hit you first. It's a 50-50 call, okay? The marshals will be on the walls keeping an eye. Ricochets do not count. But if a marshal witnesses it going straight onto you, then they'll call it as they see it, okay? Now you can look over the walls and you can look through the gaps. You are not allowed to shoot over the walls or shoot through the gaps, okay? The only parts that you can't shoot through, as I said, are these boxes on the wall, where you've got the pallet structures inside, similar to the ones out here, the gaps, no shooting through them parts as well. They will be deemed as a solid structure. Now when you're in there in the doorways, you've got these gaps here, no resting your guns through them, okay? That will be deemed shooting through the wall. Pyrotechnics, as I said this morning, they are to be thrown down a corridor or through a doorway, nothing over the walls. The only part you can shoot through is when you go into that compound. On the right hand side there is 3 oil drums with these wooden crates on top. There are gaps between them. Those are the only parts you can shoot through, okay? Everyone happy with the rules? Yeah. Lovely. If you've got any lasers or anything like that on your guns, please make sure they are turned off. If you wish to have a torch on in the middle of daytime, you're more than welcome to do so. It is your own choice if you want. Apart from that, any questions? Beautiful. Attack or defend? Attack. Okay. Reds inside. Blues over to the pallets, please.
Blues, what are you doing? Baking a cake.
Right there.
Straight down to the right. Straight down on the right.
Woo. Is he gone? No.
Yeah.
Grenade.
Good shot. Well taken. Dead player coming out, Luke. Let him out.
Watch out.
On the right, on the right. Be aware on the right, man.
Come on in.
Trying, eh?
Yeah, cheers, boys.
It's actually clear if you can make the run down there from this side. I don't know about this way.
Can I go? Can I go?
Gap on the right.
Oh, sorry, mate. Fuck's sake, man. Sorry.
Is that friendly? Red player coming out, let him out.
Friendly.
Friendly?
There's one watching here though. 2 o'clock as soon as you're out.
Oh yeah, right at the back.
That's blue, isn't it? Oh. Blues at the back, blues. Blues at the back on the right. Red coming out, let him out.
No one here. Blue, blue.
Loose. No kill.
Just play. One, two.
Dead player coming out, let him out.
Watch outside, watch outside.
Let him out.
Push down the end on the right, down under the right. Someone on that corner to the right.
You. Going out. Hit. Going out. Going out.
Hit. Coming out. Almost. Behind on the right there is someone shooting.
Okay, if you're dead, out quickly.
Blue, blue.
Okay, there you go.
One just run right to left.
Dead player coming out.
Someone on the left.
Let him out. Right to left. Over there. Oh, it's friendly, it's friendly. Continue.
Blue. Guys, blue coming.
Well played, Red.
Yeah, he's gone. Blue, blue. Hit.
Start here. Start here. Everyone, one life, 5 minute game. You have got 5 minutes to wipe out the other team. Whatever team wipes the other one out first wins. If there's players from both sides, whatever team has the most left. Everyone happy? Lovely. Once you stop, straight up to the safe zone. Game on!
They're going to come every angle.
Yeah, ricochet doesn't count.
Yeah.
Can they come behind us? Let's go.
You can't leave, innit?
It's a mess.
Yeah. The stone is all over in it. You hit?
Yeah. Right.
Oh, he's kidding.
4 minutes left!
Let him out, dead player.
Hit.
There you go! Here it is on the fire. Now, quickly.
Ready, guys?
Doing the game break.
Right guys, so we're going to go down to the Alamo next, okay? We're just going to do a simple attack and defend. Okay, make sure you take out plenty of ammo with you, okay, because we're going to be out there for the rest of the day. We're going to turn it round when we're out there. Okay, the attacking team is going to start at bridge 3. Okay, that's also going to be your respawn point. Your objective is to get a big missile that we're going to take out with us into the centre of the Alamo. Defenders, you will have 2 lives. Okay, one inside the Alamo, one outside the Alamo and one inside. Your life outside the Alamo, you can take up to the pathway that is in front of the Alamo. Any questions on that? Once the defenders are dead, you're going to make your way to bridge 3. Just wait there until we turn around, okay?
Bridge the closest one, the furthest one.
Furthest one towards the train track.
Just let you know, you can't take both of your lives inside the Alamo. You have to have one outside and you have to have one inside. And as a gentle reminder, if you are a defending player, you are advised to shout out that you are a defending player coming inside the Alamo, because if there's somebody inside who's already dead and obviously on their last life, they get a bit trigger happy, they will shoot you when you come to the door. And it will count. Alright? We're going to allow snipers, sorry Jake. We're going to obviously allow snipers because of the range of the field, but obviously you've still got your minimum engagement distance. Everything must be single shot straight from the start of the game for every single player. Alright? Any other questions?
Nope.
Okay, 5 minutes, we're making our way out, so start getting yourself ready please.
Coming.
Make a run for a forward barricade.
Second floor, guys.
Yeah. Fueling.
Yeah, he went to another side.
Yeah. Sure.
I saw one move to the balcony.
He was coming down, it was hit.
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I saw someone.
I see someone on the other side, from the door. Blue. I hear someone on the top.
Oh. Top floor.
Top floor?
Top floor corner.
Which, right or left? Right. Blue, 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 blue.
Hey! Why you're blue?
Blue, 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 yeah. Everyone is blue.
Get in there, blue. Seen him upstairs.
Yeah. I'm gonna run in, man. I'm gonna run, okay?
Go, 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 go.
Blue, blue, blue. You're done, man. Blue, 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 blue. Blue, blue, blue.
Still blue.
Well done, blue player that listens.
You're done. Okay guys, now we have to defend this area. We have 2 lives, 1 live here and 1 live inside of the Alamo. So we'll see what happens now. Always single shot. Hit.
Right, sniper, watch the snipers.
What to do, you just get shot on the front. That was brilliant. I think they know you're there. Okay, well done, mate. The legs straight side.
Push him from the right, man. Push it from there.
4 minutes! 4 minutes!
Running out the back.
Trained on me.
Can only go front seat, so the front at the back. Woo! Didn't hear the grenade. Didn't hear the grenade.
Nope.
Where was that thrown?
It was a lovely bang though.
But no one shot the grenade, so.
Marshall, that now didn't hear me. Did they call?
No. I did not hear a shout grenade. It was a lovely explosion though.
No.
They're coming out. 3 minutes. 3 minutes. Right, he's got to come inside and turn that stick. Got it? Yeah. I heard that one.
Yeah, but where are you?
I heard the grenade that time. Thank you.
Yeah, but I think he moved from there now.
2 minutes. Oh, now they get the grenade.
Fast,
That's a kill. Yeah.
from the top?
Yep.
Okay.
Is it a kill from the top?
This has been a nice shot then.
Is that alright?
Sorry, man. Okay, guys, the game is done. The day is over. So we are going back to the safe zone and go home now. I hope you enjoyed the video and see you soon. Take care. Bye bye.